He is still King, and He will always be King. And we can sit in that victory, friends. We can sit in the victory that He won. Knowing that in Jesus, eventually, every one of us who follow Jesus, eventually there will be complete healing, complete restoration, complete resurrection, complete renewal, life forever. This is real, this is true. But it doesn't mean that life is not without its battles, as we all in this room can attest. How many of you, just being honest, in the presence of a big old family here, you can lift your hand, how many of actually, you're like in a battle right now? Spiritually, financially, emotionally, relationally. Keep it up for a second, that's really high. I mean, that's a lot of people, y'all. And anybody who's not raising their hands right now can totally relate. And it's a promise we have, it's part of the human experience, right? Jesus said, I've told you these things so that you might have peace. In this world, you will experience tribulation. But aren't you so happy that that verse didn't end there? In this world, you will experience tribulation. But then Jesus says, but take heart, for I have overcome the world. This song that belongs to you. I'm not going to tell you the whole story, but it comes from my favorite story in the Old Testament, where this army is amassed against the people of God. The people of God are surely going to die if God does not do something, and He gives them a promise. God speaks to them and says, today, you will not have to fight in this battle. Stand firm, hold your position of faith, and you will see the salvation of the Lord on your behalf. What a beautiful promise, right? The crazy thing is to think in that moment, the battle is still coming, the promise is still just a promise. And so the question is, are the people going to lean into the promise, or are they going to try to do it by their own strength? And this is one of those beautiful stories in the Old Testament where we see the faith of God triumph, the faith of the people of God in God triumph. Because they say, okay, God said we don't have to fight, so instead of fighting, we're going to worship. And they send their priests and their worship leaders to the front lines. They take their military off the front lines and straight into the face of their enemy, the ones that are going to come and chop off their heads, straight into their face. They don't even sing about the battle. They look up to heaven and say, glory to God, for His steadfast love endures forever. Glory to God, for His steadfast love endures forever. And as they sing not about the battle, but they sing about the God who is over the battle, the Lord of the battle, moves on their behalf, and the darkness is thwarted. And I say all that to say, for all of you going in a battle today, worship, we believe, is a weapon against the darkness. And we believe that in a moment like this, when people's faith come together, like those friends who lowered their friend down to Jesus, we're going to have faith over those who raise their hands all night, not just through this song. And for those who raise their hands, we are praying for healing and breakthrough in a moment that you realize God is so with you and you are not alone. We're going to sing Into the Darkness today. Who's with us, okay? Come on.